If you want to stay ahead of 90% of your peers when it comes to job applications, then listen up, I've got a whole bunch of tips for you. If you're new here, my name is Clouds. I used to be an investment banking recruiter and I'm also a first-generation corporate girly. And my mission here is to democratize all this information to help you achieve your goals. Okay, my first tip is to start listening to podcasts that are related to applications. You'd honestly be surprised with how much information you can pick up by just listening to podcasts randomly while you do your dishes, commute, exercise, etc. There are a ton of free options on Spotify, for example, Strategy Simplified, where you can listen to someone solve a case study if you're applying to consulting. My next tip is to start sharpening your mental math. When I was applying to consulting, I would solve simple exercise sheets on addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division while watching Netflix and so on, and that really helped me sharpen that tool that I hadn't used in ages. And yes, these days most interviews are remote, which means you can try to use a calculator if you want, but still, quick mental math might be required, which is why it's important to strengthen that muscle. My next tip is to join forces with your colleagues and peers who are applying to the same industry. So many students choose to lone wolf applications, and whether it's because you want to gatekeep things or because you feel embarrassed if you get rejected, you should not do that. Once I started practicing and prepping with my friends who were also applying to consulting, I saw much better success rates. Next is to take advantage of those career fairs. Those networking opportunities can be so valuable to your application. Even if you don't get a referral, you can still get insight into what it's like working at that company, which will definitely help you in your interviews. And last but not least, tailor your CV strategically so that it aligns to the industry you're applying for. Take the guesswork out of it and link your bullet points very obviously to the job description. The easier you can make your recruiter's life, the better.